Hello, everybody. I'm Renisha Smith, and this is my show review for the Shadowhunters, The Mortal Instruments. This show was not as enjoyable as the Shannara Chronicles. I went into the show with an open mind, hoping to like it, to connect with the character, who is an artist like myself. But I did not connect with her so much. The mother withheld information that was critical to me because if you know that you are a demon hunter or a demon killer and you have a daughter, I understand that you want them to have a normal life as long as possible. But at some age, you should have been told her. And inside the show, she's 18 and her mother's trying to get around to telling her that she's a shadow hunter or whatever she is, an angel. And she just lets her daughter go off. And I felt like that was really foolish. Like she should have forced her to sit down. But then again, this is a show and we're going through the motions, so I let that go. And then we went ahead and the main character for me is not that interesting or fun to be around. I don't really care for her as a main character. She's not that interesting. She's boring. I have seen female lead characters and I have become interested in them. Sleepy Hollow. Scandal. We've seen shows where strong female characters, and somehow some people just can't grasp or make lead female characters interesting enough. Another thing about this show is that what else I didn't like about it was when we got to the club scene, and it was a decent fight scene. It was a decent fight scene. Yeah, it was decent. But what I didn't like about it is that how quickly this guy got attached to this girl, saying, "How could I not know about you? That's what makes you so interesting." And then it really took its toll when at the end her boyfriend was like, "You come with me, go back to having a normal life," and the guy was like, "Come with me," and she just looked to the camera, all confused and stuff. And I was like, this feels like Twilight. There goes Jacob and there goes Edward. And that's what I also didn't like about it. I felt like I was watching a Twilight fic. As the story goes off, people are dying. Yes. And the witch lady that was protecting the mother and her, she fell out the window, and when I saw her again, it was actually a demon in disguise. The demons in this, I'll say one thing, the artwork in this, when it comes to making the monsters and the demons, are actually pretty on fleek. They're pretty good looking. I like them. They're great looking. I feel like somebody took their time and made it. It wasn't CGI. It was straight. And I loved it. And another thing about this show, besides the romance that I have absolutely no interest in, the story so far is good. But the romance that they put in this, like they're forcing down your throat, I just don't care for it. And the female character is just not that interesting. I almost changed the channel. Like, whatever, man. Let me just watch another episode of Shannara Chronicles so I can get more in tune with that. But I forced myself to sit there and watch this show. Like, I tell you, I like sci-fi shows. And every time a sci-fi show comes out, I force myself to watch at least the first episode to get myself, see if I even like it. This show is I feel like this show is more for the girls than it is for the boys. This show is not for somebody who likes to watch action and story and plot and stuff like that. There are some good characters in this. I am very interested to know that Chinese guy with the yellow eyes. But it's sad that he's this show's saving grace. This show is for girls who want to watch a romance with two boys looming over her. This is for somebody who likes Twilight. This is for somebody who likes something like Twilight. If you're a Twilight fan and you're just look for another show with a love triangle and stuff like that, this is your show. Shadowhunters is your show. You will love it. But this is not for somebody who did not like Twilight, who doesn't like love triangles, who are just for action. And that's who I am. I am for the action. I am for the story. I am for the character growth. This show is not my show. But I'm going to judge it fairly for what it's worth. It was not as horrible as Twilight. This show, I honestly feel like this show needs to work harder than Shannara Chronicles in order for it to be good. This show, I give it a C. Not a C plus, not a C minus, just a straight C. It's not my cup of tea of a show. This is for somebody who likes Twilight. I say this again, not for somebody. If you're going into the Shadowhunter Chronicles, the Shadowhunters, looking for action and story plot bliss and people getting killed and fight scenes and whatnot, this is not your show. The fight scene isn't more until the end. Like, this show takes forever with the mother and the daughter, and not enough of killing and fighting and plot. I just don't like this show that much. This is a C show. It's not so bad. It's not so great. That's why it's getting a C. Bye, everybody.